again, I assure you that even though I'm not one to press people showing up to specific sites to have a guild meeting, it does present an element of unity between Alliance and Horde. So I do encourage people to give their thoughts on where they'd like to have it each week. There's a separate spot on the forum for those suggestions, and any suggestions will be taken into consideration. On to the next topic. Guild Bank, at least on Horde side, it's kind of, the bleeding has slowed somewhat, but it's still kind of low, so anything you can do to help cushion that just a little bit for the sake of the raid groups and the PvP groups that are forming would be awesome. Stellar. Just again, want to thank Oceanus for keeping that flask, potion, herb tab up, because he does that on his own accord. He's not appointed to do that, and once again thank him for doing so. Want to bring up something that he mentioned and that I'm not opposed to. Want to get your guys on Horde side reaction to. Would anyone be opposed to renaming it just the Potions and Flasks tab and moving the herbs elsewhere?
Nope, I think there's a lot of room and a lot of people usually have a bunch of herbs and trying to switch out, some herbs for different kinds of herbs, so I think that would probably be a good idea.
Okay, well, I'll get that handled sometime next day or so. Alright, I'll go ahead and start with the raid groups, and we'll start on the Alliance side with raid group 1. Anyone from raid group 1? Member, leader,
I'm a member.
watches the stream, that'll work. Just how far are you guys, recruitment wise, progress wise?
Well, we've got a
Anything we
full
can do to-
group now, and we're 10 and 14,
Heck yeah.
doing real well.
That's good to hear. Is there anything that you want to address to me that maybe we can help you with, improve your experience?
Now it really sounds like we've got a good solid group, and I think we're going to go ahead and get a lot further this week. We're going to go ahead and try again Sunday for number 11 and on.
Well, best of luck to you in your endeavor. Raid group 2?
At the moment, we're 7 out of 14, and we just recruited a new tank, iBite, who's in here, since we lost Psy due to supposedly medical issues, but we don't know. And we almost got Shamans down, and I'm hoping we progress further next week, because once we get Shamans down, I feel like we'll go 10 out of 14 easy.
I feel you there. Yeah, Shamans, it can be a little tricky, and there's a lot of different strategies for that fight. Just figuring out which one works best for your group. But
Yeah.
alright, well, keep pushing forward. You guys are doing good. What about PvP side? I'm fairly sure Archaist and the whole company that he's brought in here recently have not been able to make it, but we knew about that. So is there anyone here that can provide any insight as to where we are in that?
Right
On the
now
Alliance
we're
side.
on the Alliance side.
I
I know
have
Sig
no
had
idea.
mentioned that we're merging with We Raid with Resilience. I think they're bringing in PvP people. But at the moment, if they ask for an invite, please make sure they fill out an application, or just wait for Sig to come back and make his judgment on it.
Well said. Well said. I am actually not 100% in on how far that merger is. I know that he is doing what I've taught him to do and taking things slow and steady and not rushing into things. So they may start trickling in one by one here and there as they, each get their own affairs in order. They may all do it in one day and cause a big clusterfuck on the forums. I don't know. But nonetheless, should they make their way over here, welcome them with open arms and treat them like you would want to be treated. And hope you guys get something going so we can come over there and just, demolish you on in your own town. Just kidding. Horde side, raid group 1, still 10 out of 14. We are a little bit stagnant in progress due to real life circumstances, and not much we can do about it at the moment. We've still got 2 raid nights ahead of us, tomorrow and Monday. Hopefully we'll get past where we are, because we have the capability. You just got to get the people in the attention span to line up properly. But raid group 2, I'm fairly certain there's nobody here from raid group 2, or what's left of it. I hate to say it that way, but there were some differences of opinion among people and schedules, and long story short, it just was not able to congeal. So if you know someone from raid group 2 on Horde side that is looking for a spot, a raiding spot, and you have a spot open, definitely look them up. The people that are still here are quality players, quality people, and we want to do our best to either find a place for them here or, you know, find a place for them, you know, elsewhere where they can be happy. Wit, just in time for your raid group update.
This week we are 4 out of 14. We had some solid attempts on Glockers last night. We did have somebody ninja log, and they are going to be replaced. I am currently looking for a healer, and we are still short 1 DPS. So if anybody can get a hold of anybody from raid group 2 and the times fit, we may even be able to adjust our times to accommodate Wax or Plato, for example, if they're interested, and we can go from there. But hopefully we can get Clockers down and Iron Juggernaut down tonight and be closer to where raid group 1 is. Other than that, everything's going good.
Alright, sounds good. And last but not least, raid group 4. Anybody here from raid group 4?
Yeah, I am.
Would you care to have a say a few words?
Yeah, I guess. This week we only got 2 of 14 down due to a bunch of problems. We're not looking for anybody. People in our group are pretty good, but the tanks are... We do need a tank. We need a new tank bad. Too squishy. But, I mean, I don't really know what Bird's input would be, and he's a leader. I mean, probably the same thing. We just need people to step it up a bit. That's really it.
Time to get serious about getting serious, it sounds like.
Yeah, people are just not pulling numbers they need to be pulling in our group.
Well, coming from someone who was in a group that wiped on Horadon for 2 months and have progressed the group and the guild to the point it is now, all I can say is don't give up, man. Find the people that want to be there, keep them, and build around them.
Yeah, we have. Like, no one's giving up in our group. Our group is, we're here to be here, you know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't going nowhere. We're just trying to help everybody out and try to get them pushing the numbers they need to be pushing.
I feel you, man. If you guys ever need anybody to talk to, don't hesitate to whisper me or one of the other officers, and we will do our best to give you some insight and some advice, or basically tell you we don't know what the fuck to do. I don't think Archaist is here, which is another reason my point after this will be brought up, but I know he has been like key in organizing PvP both on Alliance and Horde, something this guild has lacked for a long time with any amount of dedication and input that he has given. So if you see him on, see what you can do to help him, even if you don't PvP. I mean, if he needs something and you can do it, take 2 minutes at it out of whatever it is that you're doing and help him, because this is something that will help improve the guild. It has brought a lot of quality members in and quality people we want to keep around, and it's a really good way for us to get our name out there and show that, you know, we're not just a bunch of people with a name over our heads. We're a community. And I know he'd be here if you could. He's probably here in spirit. I hope he is. I hope he's not home jerking off somewhere. So that being said, if I don't bring this up, Erlen will kill me. If you invite a member make sure that you have their app already on the website. If you invite someone's alt, put their name, or have someone that can put their name, their main's name, in the member note. And that was my mother screaming Roll Tide. I'll shoot the shit out of her. Anyway.
Roll Tide.
Yeah. So, yeah, unless you want the Wrath of Erland, yeah, do that.
If you can't put, if there's no officers on and you can't put a note in there, just go by a mailbox and drop our note. That's what I do, and just say
Yeah.
who it was, who they are, who who said that they could come in, and then just give her a quick mail. It just makes it so much easier for her, and then she doesn't have to come back and yell at you.
I don't know if you guys know this, but she actually is so dedicated to keeping track of this stuff, and with all this influx of people, it's becoming a very big stress on her. And again, it's something she volunteers her time for. So let's do her a favor and help her out. It takes 2 seconds. It's not a big deal if we all work together and do that.
And I don't mind if you guys invite somebody and then even come to me, for example, Whitblade. I can label it for you guys. All you gotta do is ask.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure the rest of the
That is
officers are the same way.
Yep.
Okay. Do any of you have any questions, comments, concerns, remarks?
I do not. You're free to go, Comey.
I'm here for you guys. So, but if that's all that we have, I appreciate you guys taking the time out to, find out what's up with your fellow guildies. And if you have any questions, let me know, and we'll see you next week or soon.
Sounds good.
Now, like my mom said, Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
You guys have a good evening.
Sounds good.
Same to